This is what I would want in a Final Fantasy X remake if it was to ever happen. Final Fantasy X is my all-time favourite game. It is an all-time PS2 classic that has stuck with me ever since I first played it as a kid, and I try to replay it at least once a year. And it got me wondering what I would like to see in a remake of 10 if that ever happened. So let's go through everything I'd want changed. I think the story as it is fine, and there's nothing I'd want changed there, so leave it as it is. Everything I'd want changed will be gameplay focused. First, skippable cutscenes. I know in a modern game this will probably be a given, but in the HD remaster from a few years ago, none of the cutscenes were skippable. Some of them were really long, especially the ones before boss fights, so yeah, I'm going to need skippable cutscenes, especially in a replay. A change to the way leveling up works. In the original game, a party member would need to spend at least one turn in the battle to get any AP at the end. This led to quite a bit of time in battles just spent having someone in and then immediately swapping them back out when the next turn comes up, and this got really old really fast. Trying to keep a consistent party leveled up throughout the entire game was just a case of swapping people in and out all the time, just purely so they could level up. It got a bit annoying. It became a bit tedious doing this, so honestly I think I'd rather everyone just get AP regardless of whether or not they take part. Maybe people that would actually in the battle only get like a 75% XP bonus or something, I don't know. Make it balanced, but yeah, I got sick of swapping people in and out all the time. Make Blitzball more engaging. Now I know a lot of people don't like Blitzball. I do. After how cool it looks in the opening CG cutscene, especially with Otherworld playing, you think it's going to be this amazing mini-game that's just going to be really fun to play. And then you actually play it and, yeah, it was a bit of a letdown. Now, I'd want them keeping Blitzball, but make it more expansive, have an entire Blitzball career mode with cutscenes between other players and more dynamic rivalries and ways to keep you engaged. Keep the entire thing of recruiting players from all across the world and other teams recruiting other players dynamically as well. Keep it interesting and engaging, but just make it more fun to play. That first mandatory game in Luca really put a lot of people off, including me, because it was so unbalanced and unfair that it put me off for so long. When I eventually learned it, I really enjoyed it. Better mini-games. Final Fantasy X has some infamously annoying mini-games, which you need to beat in order to unlock the Celestial Weapons. The annoyance comes from the poor controls and just general tediousness that makes these a slog to play. That Chocobo racing mini-game was... they were annoying rather than actually being a fun and engaging challenge. I would want to keep these mini-games to be quite a high challenge level to make you work towards getting a Celestial Weapon, but I would just make them more fun to play, actually make them worth playing. Make them challenging but fun, that's all I ask. And finally, I want to see more of Braska's pilgrimage. One of the best parts of 10's story was picking up those jet spheres and getting to see Braska's journey with Orange Jet alongside him. I loved seeing how these guys went on their adventure, and knowing where they ended up just made the tragedy hurt so much more. So that's pretty much all I'd want to change in a Final Fantasy X remake. If they were to remake Final Fantasy X, what would you want to see in it? Please let